Now, before I start, I just got to say one thing and one thing only. And that's The Undertaker. Undertaker has been part of WrestleMania and the WWE for years and years to come. And I just got to say one thing and one thing only. Thank you, Undertaker. Thank you for all the years of being in that very ring and put his opponents to rest during his undefeated winning streak up until 22 or 23 when he lost to Brock Lesnar. But all I can say is, thank you, Undertaker, for that phenomenal match. And I'll get to in a little bit. But first, CK Smith here, and this is my update and reviews for WrestleMania 33. As you can tell from this shirt that I'm wearing right over here, even though it's a little bit late, I might as well bring you the results. Because at the start of WrestleMania, there were just three kickoff shows, and one of the matches had been canceled. And that match was The Big Show versus Shaquille O'Neal. And now, in this case, if you're watching this, there's going to be a Raw and SmackDown shake-up coming up this Monday night on Raw and SmackDown Live. And as I said before, The Big Show has inserted himself into Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which I'll get to right about now. And the only two men that was actually staying in that very ring was Jinder Mahal as well as Mojo Rawley, the two main guys that are in that very ring during that battle royal. And so far, the guy that I thought this was gonna win between Braun Strowman and Sami Zayn, they both been eliminated. Bye bye. And how Mojo Rawley got the win? It's quite interesting. Jinder Mahal was insulting one of the quarterbackers of the Patriots by name of Rob Gronkowski, or in this case, or in short, the Gronk. Jinder Mahal has just put his hands on him, and guess what? He took offense to that, or should I say, triggered by what Jinder Mahal had done. So he got into that very ring and actually did a football tackle onto Jinder. And then Mojo Rawley finished him off and eliminated Jinder Mahal. And now he is, let's see for a second, the fourth man to be the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. First it was Cesaro, then The Big Show, then it was Baron Corbin, who I wish he got a lot more push, and now finally it's Mojo Rawley. He doesn't get hype, he stayed hype. Now onto a few other matches. It was Neville versus Austin Aries. It was so close, very close match indeed. Austin Aries actually pulled everything off. He tried to get Neville, quote unquote, king of the cruiserweights, with his exhibition maneuver, the Last Chancery, and he scratched out Austin Aries' eyeballs. Ay, indeed. And then he finished him off with his signature move, the Red Arrow, and not only he kept the 1, 2, 3, he actually kept the cruiserweight title. And speaking of keeping titles, one of the other titles that had not changed hands, and I was impressed because I thought it was going to be Baron Corbin to become the Intercontinental Champ. However, Baron Corbin tried to counter Dean Ambrose with the End of Days, but it wasn't the end of Dean Ambrose days. He hit him with the Dirty Deeds, 1, 2, 3, and then he kept the title. And now we're going on to the main card, which is the beginning of WrestleMania. And the first one started off with Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. It was a no holds barred match, a singles match, if you want to actually call it. And AJ Styles was phenomenal, especially Shane McMahon. And Shane McMahon had jumped off the ring and through the commentator's table, even though AJ Styles sucked. And Shane McMahon went coast to coast on AJ Styles with a garbage can. But it was the phenomenal one with the phenomenal forearm, and it has defeated Shane McMahon, who is the commissioner of SmackDown. And of course, we got the Kevin Owens match versus Chris Jericho, United States title on the line, which did change hands in favor of KO. And what happened? What happened at the very end? Outside of that very ring, during Chris Jericho and KO's confrontation, Kevin Owens has hit Jericho with a power bomb right on the ring post. And then Kevin Owens now has the United States title, even though he's from Canada. One of the best matches would be for the Raw Women's Championship. Bayley versus Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax versus the Legit Boss, Sasha Banks. And Sasha Banks and all three of the divas have worked together to eliminate one threat and one threat only. And that is the gigantic female Samoan by the name of Nia Jax. They both triple power bomb her off the turnbuckles and actually got the 1-2-3 pin. And not only that, Charlotte Flair has pinned Sasha Banks, and now it's both to Bayley and Charlotte. And Bayley won with the Macho Man flying elbow, 1-2-3, and she kept her women's championship representing Monday Night Raw. And this match was also phenomenal. Basically, it was supposed to be a three-way match, tag team match, which was going to be Enzo and Kaz versus the Club, Gallows and Anderson versus Sheamus and Cesaro. However, the New Day have made a change of plans. They decided to add a four-way ladders match for the tag team for the Raw tag team titles. And what really surprised me? The Hardy Boys are back. That's right. Matt and Jeff Hardy, or most people actually know him, Broken Matt Hardy, as well as Jeff Hardy, aka Brother Nero, have overcome the odds through ladders and such. They climbed, and it was Matt Hardy who climbed that ladder, and along with brother Jeff, to become the Raw Tag Team Champions. And you may say, they deleted the competition. They deleted Gallows and Anderson. Delete. I always wanted to say that. Which brings me to this epic tag team match, which is not an intergender tag team match, but a mixed tag. And believe me, this was a match that should have been John Cena versus The Undertaker instead of Roman Reigns. But they decided to add John Cena and Nikki Bella to go against The Miz and Maurice instead. And if you've been watching SmackDown lately, The Miz have been impersonating John Cena as well as Maurice impersonating Nikki Bella, especially when you saw it on SmackDown. SmackDown Live say he's going to leave the WWE once again, impersonating Cena and Nikki. However, at the very end, John Cena and Nikki got the pin, and not to mention a WrestleMania moment where John Cena got down on his knees and proposed to Nikki Bella to marry him. So now looks like we're going to be seeing Cena and Daniel Bryan as brother-in-laws, because as you already know, Daniel Bryan's got married to Nikki's sister Brie Bella, who's expecting a baby sometime in the near future. Next, it was an awesome and epic match, but let me get to this intro instead. First and foremost, you know how Triple H always comes in with those totally epic entrances? Well, this is extremely epic because Triple H and Stephanie McMahon was riding on a motorcycle and then rode his way into the WrestleMania arena and been followed by a few other bikers, which are cops or something. But anyway, that is a 10-star. Not be confused with Ty Dillinger. A 10-star WrestleMania intro, and not to mention Seth Rollins comes in and attacks Triple H, and this was a mission because Triple H was focusing on Seth Rollins' broken leg. And let's not forget, this was an unsanctioned match. However, at the very end, not only that Triple H did not use a sledgehammer on Rollins, thank goodness, but Triple H was just a few inches close of bumping into his wife Stephanie until Seth Rollins knees Triple H from behind, knocks over Stephanie, and what happens? She fell right through a table, and that got Triple H distracted, and Seth Rollins hit them with a pedigree and got the 1, 2, 3. And now the King Slayer, Seth Rollins, has finally vanquished the King of Kings. And let's not forget, Randy Orton is now the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion by defeating Bray Wyatt with an RKO out of nowhere, no doubt. I couldn't get to any specific footage and what exactly happened, but all I know is this. None of the Wyatt families, or in this case Luke Harper, did not interfere. And next, we have the SmackDown Women's title up for grabs. Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Carmella versus Mickie James versus Natalya and versus the last kicker, Becky Lynch, or as Grandma usually calls her, Becky Lunch. Okay, but on a serious note, what really happened? Naomi had the one thing that she said she was going to do for her Orlando, Florida natives, and she has secured and went back the Women's Championship on WrestleMania 33. There's a mission which he called the Slay Omission on Alexa Bliss of all people, and she's been tapping out so badly. It looks like Alexa has been blissed, so to speak. Well, which brings me to the main event: Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker, which everyone knows that Roman Reigns will defeat The Undertaker, and trust me when I say this, the big dog gets a lot of heat in that match, and so many boos, no doubt. And not to mention, not only that, but after Roman Reigns hit The Undertaker with a spear in the 1, 2, 3, he left the ring, but at the very end, The Undertaker took off his hat, took off his gloves, and not to mention, he took off his coat, laid him flat on the ring ropes, and he walked out of the arena with his fist in the air, knowing that he has finally retired. And I'd like to say, once again, thank you, Undertaker. And may your opponents rest in, excuse me, rest in peace. And now to save the best for last. The Brock Lesnar match versus Goldberg for the Universal title. And I have to admit, this match was epic. Everything including epic. Well, because the reason is Goldberg has speared Brock Lesnar a few times already, especially outside the ring, especially right through the barricade. However, it was Brock Lesnar who finally made a complete comeback and sent Goldberg to Suplex City. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 5 times. I'm glad I had to do the Ty Dillinger thing again, but 10 times. He suplexed Goldberg 10 times, making the ultimate thrill ride, Suplex City. And then he finished him off with F5, and 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar becomes the first ever Universal Champion in his career, anyways, against Goldberg. So now Goldberg, along with The Undertaker, will finally get to retire from the WWE. Well, that is my thoughts. I thank you guys for watching this. Please leave me in the comments below what you think of WrestleMania and what your favorite match is going to be. And I'll give you more updates on my channel in the near future. So I'll see you next time. Take it easy.